Today, we take you to Charleston, South Carolina, into the brand new 5-star luxury hotel, Hotel Bennett. Located on King Street at the corner of Marion Square, the property is built where part of the Citadel and the Charleston County Public Library once stood. Filled rich with history, this property is a place you will not want to miss on your next trip to Charleston. Join me as we explore a bit more of Hotel Bennett. We're here with Bria Strager from Hotel Bennett, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about the property.
Yes, great. Okay. Hotel Bennett recently opened in January 2019. We are the South's grandest new hotel. There's been a lot of excitement and a lot of buzz about this hotel opening. It's been 20 years in the making. We sit right in the heart of historic downtown Charleston, right on Marion Square, the city's most famous green space. We have 179 rooms here and 4 restaurants and lounges, as well as a rooftop pool and retail space and a world-class spa. So we're very excited to be here, and I think it's a wonderful complement to the Charleston landscape. We are sitting in CAMELLIA'S lounge right now. This is our champagne and caviar bar, and this space, as well as a beautiful design, has a really unique and special story. There's a lot of layers here and a lot of storylines threaded throughout the hotel, but CAMELLIA'S really stands out to me, and as far as the buzz goes, I feel like the loudest maybe has come from this space. Originally, during our topping off ceremony a few years ago, this was billed as a ladies' lounge. And you know, back in Charleston, many years ago, there was a department store here called Condon's Department Store on King Street, and they had a ladies' lounge in it. So this was a Southern thing. This was something that was common here in Charleston to have a ladies' lounge. But you know, the concept evolved a little bit, and we really wanted to make sure everyone felt welcome here and that this was open to every person that wanted to come in. There's no doubt that this is a very feminine space, that there is a very regal, very effervescent spirit here. We do a very wonderful high tea experience as well. This is one of my favorite things in CAMELLIA'S. We do high tea 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. It is reservation only, so it's a great way to sort of manage the crowd control, because as you can imagine, this is a really popular space. A lot of the locals want to be in here. Our hotel guests are really excited to get in. So the tea is a great way to manage how many people are in here so it stays nice and quiet and just a really special experience. We have a variety of teas, and you get a sweet and savory amount of food from our patisserie. You get small bites there, and then if tea isn't your thing, you can sub in champagne, and we call that a crown tea. And you know, for the non-champagne drinkers, the little ones, the Peter Rabbit tea. So they can have a choice of hot chocolate or lemonade, and then smaller bites that are more kid-friendly. So I just love that we have this tea offering, and it's something totally unique to the city. You know, even though it's not classified into a ladies' lounge, that's what people are kind of thinking of it as. It's very feminine, and I love coming over to the hotel during tea time. Inevitably, there's at least one tutu in here. There's one small child living out a fantasy of high tea. So it's a really special offering, and I think it's one of the things that really stands out about Hotel Bennett. So, you know, one of the reasons we love Charleston is it is so beautifully preserved historically, and there is such a rich history here in our city, and this land also tells a story. So many years ago in the 50s, Charleston was kind of foraying into these more modern buildings, which don't necessarily feel as congruent with the downtown landscape. And they built a building on this land, the Charleston County Library, and was kind of this boxy, modern building that looked a little out of place. It's here for many years, and if you talk to any of the true locals, they weren't really a fan of the structure of the library, but it was clad in this amazing pink marble. So fast forward, the library closed. Michael Bennett, our founder, the visionary behind Hotel Bennett, he raised that library, but he did keep that pink marble, and he reclaimed that and repurposed that pink marble into our tabletops and our bar tops and camellias. So we're surrounded by the pink marble of the Charleston County Library. So I think it's a great way to celebrate the history of the land, and it's a nod to the library, which is a wonderful thing, and they built a brand new one that's beautiful, and it's a few blocks away. So we still have our library, and we celebrate that with the pink marble here. And as far as the design goes, he also had a wonderful vision, Mr. Bennett, of doing a bar. He was holding a Fabergé egg in his hand, and he said to our design team, which is Design Continuum out of Atlanta, I want you to make me a bar that looks like this, like a jewel box. So you can probably see in the oval shape and just the ornate and stunning decor and the lighting, I think they really achieved the Fabergé egg mission. And then of course you've got the big bold wallpaper, that's a Betty Draper inspiration. The camellia flower itself, we have one of the largest species of camellias in the country, and it's a really fun thing to do, to go out to Middleton and Magnolia Gardens, which is about 40 minutes away, and they do camellia walks. So you can do a special walk that's just through the camellia species in their camellia collection out there. The camellia flower is sort of the sleeper hit, I'm not gonna lie. If you start walking through, Charleston, you find these little hidden alleys and nooks and cobblestone streets, you'll start to see the camellias everywhere, and they're beautiful, and they're a very durable flower too. And again, with that, I think that feminine inspiration for this bar, I love that component. Strong flower, it's durable, but it's also, the epitome of grace and beauty. Michael Bennett's mother, Virginia Bennett, she is 97 years young. She still works with him 5 days a week. And Virginia's on King is the restaurant right next door. They own that. They kind of built that restaurant around the concept of family dinner, which is very big in the South. And in one of our hallways here, right by the main elevator, there's a gorgeous portrait of the Bennett family eating family dinner. So there's little nods to the legacy component and the family component all throughout the hotel, but Virginia's a big part of this hotel. And when she was a young woman in Charleston, I'm sure she did frequent that ladies' lounge at Condon's department store. So I think that might be where that idea was born, but you feel Virginia in this place, and I'll never forget seeing the whole family, including her, at the ribbon cutting, and she is strong, and she is also just an amazingly generous woman. The roots of this family, it's touching, really. They're true Charlestonians, born here. 9 of them in a 2-bedroom house in Wagner Terrace, which is over by the Citadel, and she was known for bringing in people in the community, the less fortunate. Even though they didn't have a lot themselves, she was never hesitant to give what they did have, invite these people to family dinner. And that's why it's one of the things I love about this hotel, is that he wants the community. He wants the Charleston community to be a part of Hotel Bennett. He doesn't want anyone to feel excluded. He wants them to be here to enjoy Camellia's, enjoy our rooftop bar, the restaurants. The more Charleston has become this culinary mecca and just a foodie destination, when I see our locals here enjoying a dinner in Gabrielle, enjoying a tea in Camellia's, that is the highest compliment to me, to see our locals here enjoying the hotel. And of course, I think that's special for the leisure guests too, because Charleston is truly the friendliest city, and it's so authentic, it's so genuine. The people here really want to know why you're in Charleston. Again, they want to tell you where to eat and drink. They want to share with you all the great things about the city. And that really touches me, that our community can be in here and our leisure guests can mingle with them and feel that Southern hospitality, not just from our team, but from the people that live here and have made Charleston their home. That's part of the experience of being in Charleston, is having a sweet tea with a local. Go and meet some of the local people. Love that Southern accent. It's so charming, it's so genteel. That just adds to what makes Charleston such a special destination, is our people here. So Hotel Bennett opened January 27th, 2019. We are owned by the Bennett family, Bennett Hospitality, but we are managed by Salamander Hotels and Resorts, which is a wonderful luxury brand with 5 hotels in the collection. We're just delighted to be the newest hotel. Obviously, we're surrounded by a very beautiful and stunning design here. Michael Bennett's vision, he wanted to build a new hotel that looked like it's been standing here in Charleston for 100 years and sort of was reawoken. Our proximity to Marion Square is a huge part of the hotel's identity and the experience of staying here, because really one of the things that makes Charleston so special are our festivals. The Wine and Food Festival, the Spoleto Festival, our Saturday Farmers Market. This is literally steps right outside of our door. It's the beating heart of the city. We're just thrilled to be here, and we hope that you'll come and visit us soon. We want to welcome you to the Holy City as soon as we can.